It's been a great conversation. Sometimes when I have these conversations and I'm on the other end, I feel like, oh, I've got something I'd rather say or I'd love to say to the audience. Let me turn it over to you here for a minute and share whatever it is you feel, on your heart and on your mind you'd like to share with the audience as we wrap this up.
All right, and then I'm going to let you do the same thing.
All right.
Every organization has a culture. It's either by design or default. Leaders are the architects. Leaders are the designers. Leaders animate culture. And we need to involve others, but we can't delegate this responsibility away. When you delegate it away, you've actually abdicated leadership, and then you'll get what you get, right? Yes. So I think that's my first word of encouragement. And then secondly, there's a story. Some of your audience may have either seen the movie or read the book, Ready Player One. Ernest Cline wrote it, and Steven Spielberg made the movie. Here, a quick synopsis. There's a kid in the movie, Wade Watson, who lives in two worlds. He lives in the real world and he lives in an online world. In the movie, it's called The Oasis. And he's trying to meet the challenges of the virtual world in hopes that he can have an impact on the real world. It's a fascinating story. But the reason I set that up is there's one line in that book that I think applies so directly to the opportunity that we have as leaders. He says this. He says, people go to the oasis for what they can do there, and they stay because of who they can become. And I'm sitting here going, wouldn't it be so amazing? Just imagine as a leader, if you could create a culture, oh, and by the way, you can, that is so attractive, it draws people for what they can do. They can get a job, but they want it at your place because of the culture. And then after they get there, they realize who they can become. And then they stay. I want to encourage leaders to raise your sight. Culture is the most powerful tool you have, not only to drive performance, but a healthy, vibrant, thriving, high-performance culture is soul enriching and life-giving. You can provide that for your people. They may come for what they can do, but they'll stay for who they can become.
That's a fantastic story. Fantastic story. My guest is Mark Miller, the book Culture Rules. Mark, thank you so much for joining us. Book's available on audiobook. It's available on as a physical book. It's a beautiful book. It's available as an ebook. Get yourself a copy. Mark, good to be with you. Thank you for joining us, and I hope we can have another conversation again before too long.
I look forward to it. Thank you.
Thank you so much.